Hello friends, previously we had seen about string classes in Java. In this session we will see about the mutable string classes called string buffer and string builder classes. Okay. So to explain about mutable and immutable, let's look at a explanatory image. Okay. So it is a representation of all the three classes. So in this you have two sides, correct? So the left side represents how a string is stored in memory. So typically strings are referenced and pointing towards the common pool of string literals. Okay. In this example, all the string values like s1, s2 and s3 points to the same value, hello, in memory. So that is why string is immutable, meaning the values cannot be changed. On the other hand, on the right hand side, you can see both string buffer and string builder classes pointing to separate locations in heap memory. So each variable's value can be changed individually and easily. So that s4 and s5, so it can be individually changed. So that is why both string buffer and string builder classes are mutable or changeable in nature. So to specify this more clearly, string is used to manipulate characters that cannot be changed, and that is read-only and immutable. Whereas string buffer or string builder is used to represent characters that can be modified, and so it is mutable. Clear? And if you look at performance wise, string buffer is faster when you are performing too many concatenations in your program. Okay, this is because when you concatenate a string, you are actually creating a new object every time, since string is immutable. Both string buffer and string builder are immutable classes, but then what is the big difference between these two? String buffer is thread safe and synchronized. That means two different threads cannot call the methods of string buffer simultaneously. On the other hand, string builder is not thread safe and it is non-synchronized. That means two different threads can call the methods of string builder simultaneously. But if you look at string builder, that is more efficient compared to string buffer because of that synchronization. So string buffer and string builder are almost similar, but the only difference is the synchronization factor or the thread safe factor. Okay, so that is the only difference between these two classes. Okay, and to see what exactly is string builder, you can look at there are similar methods or functions in both string builder and string buffer, like toString, insert, append, sets length and all. Okay, and because string buffer is synchronized, there will be locking overhead, and due to that string buffer will be slow compared to string builder. Again, string builder is more efficient without having that locking overhead. So this is the comparison table for all three. Performance wise, string is faster than the other two, then string builder, then string buffer. But safety wise, if you look at, then string buffer is better because it is thread safe, and string builder is not thread safe and allows multiple threads to access it parallelly. And concatenation option is not at all available in string. So let's now look at our sample coding for this. Okay, so our sample code: string buffer, which is very similar coding, string buffer object creation, then instead of concat function, here it is append function, but the difference is you don't need to specifically capture the return value here, hello give me, so it is properly appending. So the same thing in string, so with concat function, which needs the return value to be captured, otherwise it won't be retained, correct? so that we saw it earlier. So new value is missing even after that concat function. At the same time, in string buffer or a string builder, it will automatically replace the value by appending at the end of text. So all these three classes, string, string buffer and string builder, are just slightly ever so different in nature. That's all. Okay, thank you friends, see you soon, bye.